Hey, how yous doing? I bet you wanted another cave video. Well, too bad. This is an actual Halloween video. So let me get into costume. Never doing that again. In honor of Spooky Month, I'm gonna play a scary game because I hate horror.
This looks like a scary game. Hello?
Zach, what are you doing? We gotta play a real Halloween game.
Well, what did you have in mind?
Oh.
Lost in Vivo is a 2018 horror title that focuses on claustrophobic environments. So it's got a retro aesthetic, similar to Quake, Doom, you know, those kinds of games. Originally, it was a Kickstarter campaign, and the creator, Akuma Kira, funded the project with about $5,000. It's made with the Unity engine, so horror is just kind of innate to it. Kira himself called it a game about having crippling claustrophobia.
Oh, that's the fear of homeless people!
Enough talking. Let's get to playing. You start off walking your dog before it washes down into the storm drain by some flooding. The game takes place entirely underground. You can also call your dog by whistling to it.
Hi, this is Cletus Lee.
That's it? I quit? No! I'm not doing another fucking cave video!
Suddenly, the sewer becomes not like a sewer, but more like a basement, with rooms and bugs, and a couch. This is where I found a sledgehammer, and a note written by some guy. I think he might be down here with us.
It's a homeless man!
The game is about 3 hours long, if you know what you're doing. But there's a lot of extra content to make the game longer, including lost tapes and a midnight mode. The midnight mode only activates if you set your computer to, that's right, you guessed it, 613.
Spooky hour.
The game is divided into different areas, each with their own objective. Usually, it involves resetting a computer system, riding the subway cars, and killing the horrible creations of an underground government scientist ring while you fend them off in the most American way possible. Some people have already probably told you that ammo is scarce in this game, but you really just have to look for it. We finished the game with a complete armory by the end. There are save rooms at the beginning and end of each area, so it's got a good sense of progression to it. It's pretty easy to die though, so you do want to use them often. Rather than simply running away, the game has a combat system. It is somewhat awkward, but you get used to it fast, and soon realize that there are different strategies to beating the monsters you encounter. They also act in predictable ways, and you learn to strategize by keeping track of where and how they move so that you can explore and fend them off. And if all else fails, just Ruger that motherfucker.
Is the game spooky? Yes. While the game doesn't have that many jump scares, it's just the eerie feeling that there's something around the corner. The game claims to tickle the fear of homeless people,
Even though there's only one in the game.
but the game does an excellent job of other fears, like entomophobia, mesophobia, and a fear of small places.
I wonder if that has some kind of name.
The enemies are very terrifying to look at. The game used the limited polygon to its advantage and made the monsters look distorted and inhumane. Each monster is unique from one another, and they all still haunt my dreams. The game is very colorful, ranging from gray to brown, and if you're lucky, red. However, there are some faults in the game, and it's really only two. The game doesn't teach you about the controls, like how you can get a map of each area, and the fact that there's a sprint button, but the biggest issue is that the enemies can no-clip.
Overall, the game is an excellent horror game, and if you haven't played it, then you really should. Especially since the game does what most horror games cannot. And that's to scare you without any